This is Zwelithini, is the king of Zulu nation in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. But before that, in 1667, 1745, Makeba was the king. The Zulu dream came true by having a perpetuation of Zulu royalty in spite of many attacks aimed at destroying it. Then after Makeba died, we had Ndaba, 1697 to 1763. And Ndaba, he said at some point that he who, when he lay, was the size of the rivers, when standing was the size of mountain. He's talking about his physical feature, I guess. You know, as you can see him there. He was huge and tall. You know. Yeah. Then that's from Ndaba. Then there was a king also of Zulu nation. His name was Jama from 1917 to from 17 to 27 to 1761. And this king, Jama, on the son of Ndaba, who stood between the leopards and the lions. He was brave, and he was firm and difficulty, and he had to go through many hardships, but he managed to achieve his dreams. So Jama was a strong person and very firm. Let's go to Senzanga Kona, 1757 to 1816. And this is the son of Jama who plaited a long rope to heaven. If the ancestral spirits of Makeba could not reach, when they tried to climb it, they would break their puny toes. The only Zulu king whose heirs reigned in succession as kings of the Zulu nation, Shaka, Dingani, and Pandi. Okay, let's go to this king. No, let's go to Shaka first. Shaka, I can't put them first. Shaka in 1785 to 1828. He said something like the axe that surpasses other axes and sharpens. He was the greatest strategist of all kings. And that's why you had people running away and going to Zimbabwe, then the Bela people. Then we had Dingani, 1788 to 1840. And this Dingani Punga, Makeba's butterfly with the colors in circles as if they had been painted on. His personality was dispossessed at some point, but his moods were unpredictable as well. Quite dangerous, isn't it?
Dingani killed Shaka.
Yeah. So, yes, you can see he's got a big stomach, and he's a king that we need to
He was the
embrace.
one who killed Shaka.
Yes. You have to learn about this. Mbandi. Mbandi reigned from 1790 to 1872. He always had a headdress of feathers that showed between the British and the Boers. I guess he reigned during a delicate period when his brothers conspired to assassinate him, and when the British and the Boers were fighting over the Zululand. Now from there, we move to okay, this is quite difficult name to pronounce, but is okay. It take some time. I don't have that in my language. Okay, there you go. Okay, all right. That was 1834 to 1884. 1834, yes, to 1884. 1834, sorry, correct me, please. Thank you very much. 1834 to 1884. The buffalo of Ndaba, whose horns are widespread. He is likened to a buffalo with widely spread horns. Yes, because he defeated enemies coming from all directions. His brothers, Mbuyazi, Ad Ndonda Kusuka, and the British as at St. Louis. Okay, quite difficult to present that. Okay, let's go to Dinu Zulu. Dinu Zulu from 1868 to 1913. You can see him there. Very interesting king. Crossed the ocean during the period of sorrow. Happy is the woman abroad that laid her eyes on the Swelly's calf, and the one who sucks on kneeling possession. He braved his trip to St. Helena, where he was exiled during the period of utter sorrow within him as a person and a Zulu nation. Then we are at Pumuzulu. This is quite difficult. That's why it's very difficult to present in some of our African, things because of the pronunciation. But we need to do this, and because this is our kings, and we need to embrace them. And this, we can go far with our continent if this can be the case. Sunbird of Ndaba that sucked water from deep pools. It sucked from shallow pools. It contains mud. Through his profound thinking, his thoughts were efficacious. Then we have a Beku Zulu from 1924 to 1968. The bull that passed with the pomp at Mzini Sportsfield in milked by Chasters of Chesterville. Okay, he enjoyed watching soccer at Mzini Sportsfield, and was once officially acknowledged by Chasters of Chesterville. Then we have our king, Zwelithini, from 1948 to date. Rhino come out of the game reserve. So he has been, as you can see there, trying. Okay. He was encircled by formidable circumstances that once prevented him from becoming a king, and it was likened to a rhino, which is in captivity in the game reserve. Wow. Yes, this is our king. Zulu nation in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal. That's our king, up to date. Thank you very much, our king Zwelithini. Thank you.